My name is Tim Provencher. I was born on the east coast of the United States, about 20 miles north of Boston, Massachusetts. Grew up in a small town, was the youngest of 4 children, and worked with my dad, aspired to be an engineer, and I went to school in Boston, and that really set up my younger years as far as what I wanted to be as an individual and how to contribute. I have 2 children, TJ, who's 15, he's my son, and my daughter Jacqueline is 13. And they both live with me right now in Gilbert, and we have a great relationship with one another. I was married for 15 years, and during that period of time we relocated due to my job and profession several times, and I think it was probably somewhere between the 4th and 5th year that my ex-wife now and I started to have difficulties with our relationship, and it really started to go downhill after that. The latter portion of our time together was really 2 people living in a single house, but almost living 2 separate lives. I was really supportive of my children. I wanted to be there for them, and as people have said, you stayed together for the children's sake, and that's basically what I did. And in the end, she made the first move, and I think it was the right thing to do. When we initially got the papers, I explained to my lawyer that, that's something that we weren't going to, debate or argue. We were going to let that happen. And, from there it was really just, how do you split up the assets and, break apart in an amicable way so that both parties can get on with their lives. My search for an attorney was very important to me. That was part of the process. Finding someone who wasn't just going to be that aggressive person that was going to fight for my behalf. It was more important to me to find someone who was going to be fair and understand how it was going to influence my kids, and be fair and reasonable is what I was looking for. The duration of the divorce from the filing date to when we finally agreed on our path was a little over 16 months. So that's a considerable amount of time. All through there you're negotiating, trying to put documentation together that protects yourself as an individual, as well as trying to be fair and reasonable for the other side. It took a long time, but we were able to establish those key milestones, and in the end we settled out of court as amicably as possible between two individuals going their separate ways. Life now is fantastic, and I really hope, enjoy that for my ex-wife as well. I have found somebody to share my life with, and I know my ex-spouse has done the same. And if it's anything like my relationship now, it's a whole new world. I enjoy being with that person. We have a lot of similarities, and maybe because we're even more mature in these later stages of life, we truly recognize what that means, and we make the most of it. My children, I'm very fortunate now that they both come and decided to live with me, and it was very hard on them, so I'm really trying to help them along, help them in school, and help them be better people going forward in their life.